For the first time in Reds franchise history, not only have we made the playoffs, but we've won a playoff series. I don't mean the Reds, by the way. I mean Reds franchise. I don't mean the Reds franchise. I mean Reds franchise. Obviously, this YouTube series. Yeah, so we finally made the playoffs. We were able to beat the Marlins in the wild card. We were shut out game one, right? Faced a really good pitcher. He dominated us for 130 pitches, 7 2/3 innings. And then we came out and faced bad pitchers, and we dominated after the fourth inning or so in game two. It was like, he changed the sliders. You caught me, dude. It should be clear at this point, I'm looking for the best series I possibly can have. And playoff games that end 12 and 14-2 aren't that exciting. We had our chances in game one, just didn't ever capitalize. So, you see electric offensive performances and then not sometimes. It's just kind of the way that goes. We faced pitching, we faced lefties that we can handle, and we handled them. We've got a really good team. You look at our squad here. It used to show that we were actually ranked. It might in depth chart. It does. So 8th in speed, that's very good. 4th in contact, and 2nd in power. This is a very good hitting team, led by guys like Yandy Diaz, who are only a 77 overall, but have very, very good bat-to-ball skills and had an OPS at 890. So this is a team capable of scoring a ton of runs and in a hurry. And I'm thankful that we're actually doing that and getting hot at the right time in these playoffs. I didn't know that we were going to be a World Series caliber team this year, and now I think the World Series is a possibility. In order to do that, however, we have to get through some talented teams and some talented pitching. Zach Wheeler in game one against the Philadelphia Phillies. I said Philadelphia. Andrew Painter, who is a top prospect for the Phillies in real life. Now, in the game, he is hopefully not too much higher than an 80 overall. He's an 82. Can we see what his numbers were this season? ERA right around 5. Really high whip at 1.6. That's walks and hits per innings pitched, remember. Quite a few walks. 86 in 175 and 2/3 innings. Quite a few walks. That's about one every other inning or something like that. And they've got some talented players on the team. But when you look at the Phillies, you worry mostly about their hitting. Bryce Harper is an animal. He had a very, very good season. JT Realmuto, one of the best catchers in the league, is regressing, but still had a solid season, not just up to his standards. Trey Turner, unbelievably talented. Didn't do too well this year in real life so far, or last year, but is back to being a very good player in 2025. They have Matt Chapman, who was homered against us before. Have we faced him this year with the Phillies, though? I want to say we faced him as a Brewer. So he is now on the Phillies in 2025. Christian Arroyo, Jose Miranda, Ranger Suarez, Alec Boehm, Taijuan Walker, Kevin Biggio. Kyle Schwarber obviously has a ton of power. He hit 28 home runs, 875 OPS. Missed some time, though, so 28 home runs could have been closer to 35. This is a good team. So we have our work cut out for us, and I think we're just going to go in and we'll do, or at least game one, we'll do quick counts, and then we'll see what changes as we go through this. But we'll start with game one for quick counts. It's going to be Marcus Stroman against Zach Wheeler. And I think, yeah, this is going to be the lineup we keep against the right-hander. And here we go. First road game for us in this playoffs, in this postseason. We're going to be facing a talented team we know, the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm worried about game one because we have to face Zach Wheeler, who's obviously very good. If we can somehow get to Zach Wheeler early, obviously our chances increase quite a bit. But as always, it's going to be, can our pitching keep us in the game long enough? I think the runs will eventually come. They didn't in game one against the Marlins, but we were unbelievable in games 2 and 3. So I think we could definitely beat this team. We are capable of winning, and we're going to have to face that guy, Zach Wheeler. Whip at .94, very good. 2.25 ERA in 236 and a third innings, struck out 189 batters, and won 22 games with only 2 losses. When this guy starts, he wins. This is going to be tough. And Yandy Diaz has not exactly been that good this postseason. Small sample size, of course, but batting average at just 143. Really struggling to make good contact. On base is the same, so has really not been walking very much either. And this is the guy that we need to perform well at the top of our lineup. And even in back-to-back games where he absolutely mashed in order to advance to this division round, Yandy Diaz still did not show up and did not do much. Full count to him here. He's going to take ball 4. Fastball low. Not bad. A leadoff walk to start against a guy who averages less than a batter on base per inning is excellent. And Tyler Stevenson has had no trouble. Slugging over 1,000 in this short postseason so far. He's been unreal. Gets pretty good contact here. It'll be a can of corn for the center fielder. Easy fly out as Stevenson is retired. Here is Elly de la Cruz hitting .333. Although only slugging .333 in the postseason as well. Again, very small sample size. I'm not going to bring up too much of these numbers so far until we get to some of these guys that have started hitting home runs like Hunter Renfroe and Tyler O'Neill and Jake Fraley. But Elly is singles only right now. I don't think he has an extra base hit in this postseason. That is another walk by Zach Wheeler. Runners on first and second. Only one out for Tyler O'Neill. He's getting hot at the right time. Has been electric in the second half. We got to see it more. And we're staying patient against Wheeler. We're getting that pitch count up. It's already at 18. We got to make him work. If he can throw 30 pitches in the first inning, he's going to be out of the game by the fourth at that rate. Easily. That is a fastball so high out of the zone. Okay. That's a bad swing. Tyler O'Neill chases fastball high. Couldn't get a piece of it. Wheeler elevates and retires O'Neill. Here's Jake Fraley, though. Nearly had a 3-home run game, and he's going to stay hot. Base hit in a right. We're not challenging the arm of Bryce Harper. And it's going to be bases loaded. 2 outs. And a very, very talented hitter at the plate. Hunter Renfroe. .545 average. He did have a multi-home run game. And he is looking for another. 1-2. That is a slider that we potentially could have hit. Front door for a strike. 1-2. Big pitch. And that is strike 3. Slider down. Gets Renfroe swinging. Can't get a piece. And no runs. On 1 hit. Couple of walks. And we'll see what Marcus Stroman can do. He had a perfect game. Through 9 innings. Went to extras with no run support. And then with the ghost runner on second, allowed him to score on his first hit allowed of the game. First base runner. And it's just a devastating thing. You know, you have a perfect game. You record 27 consecutive outs with nothing else happening. And you get the loss. Devastating stuff. I mean, really, truly devastating. Key with Stroman, keep the ball down. We know he can pitch. We've seen it. We saw a perfect game. He didn't finish it in 10 innings, but he's a guy capable of getting outs. Now, the defense is not exceptional behind him, but he is a pitch-to-contact pitcher. He's not a strikeout artist. We take one, but we got to keep this pitch count down and just put the ball in play. And that's not what we wanted. Sinker got up a bit. Trey Turner has given the Phillies the lead. 1 batter, 1 hit, 1 run. Solo shot from Turner that got out of here pretty quick. Snuck over the wall in left center. And we are down early. We threatened in the first inning. And funnily enough, or not funny for us, we are the ones without a run. And the Phillies are up 1-0 in an instant. Sinker just got too high. Ground ball gets past Jonathan India. Phillies not done yet. Bryce Harper reaches via a single back up the middle. And now it's an extremely dangerous hitter in Kyle Schwarber. And if he's getting calls, it makes him even more dangerous. 3-1. Somehow that wasn't a strike. That's strike 2 on the swing. Should have been strike 3. We'll try a cutter. Well located. Schwarber can only pull it foul, which is okay. He ripped it. but you're not going to be able to keep that pitch fair. And he does. He does somehow. We went back to it. Schwarber rips it to the wall. Only going to be a single. He hit it that hard off the bat, 105. Harper to third. And Stroman's having a little bit of trouble here in the first inning. We're going to get a mound visit going here in the first. It's already at 24 pitches as he'll face Jose Miranda, who does have some power, but he'll chase a bit. There's strike two. Cutter way off the plate. Go to the slider. It's not competitive enough. He hit 307 this year. Unreal. Cutter. Got him reaching. McLean coming on. Throws. Makes the play. And is only able to get one out. I just think hit too weakly to get the guy at second. Might have had a play. We can take another look at it. I just thought that, we might as well get the one. Chopped really, really weakly. Yeah, it was Kyle Schwarber. He doesn't run particularly well. Ooh, we could have had a double play there. Maybe a bit of a mistake. It's 2-0 Phillies. And we have seen some extremely slow animations on this game, so it's possible that it wouldn't have been. But an extra run comes across the score. Stroman gets a strikeout on Real Muto. And we got a hit. Had to score one anyway, but now we have to score at least two. Matt McLean hitting .091. I want to say the one hit was a homer. But, man, that is not good. I think that's only one hit. He has walked, though. But, goodness, we got to do a little bit better than that. Fastball. Driven to center field. Not well enough. Out number one. And Winker works a walk. Curveball low. Just got to be patient. I thought Wheeler was going to be more of a control artist, but he's been a little all around the zone to start. 1-1 to Jonathan India. That's a pitch to hit. Fastball, middle part of the plate, elevated a little bit, but well in the strike zone. Good timing. Popped up by Jonathan India. And that's a pitch to hit. I think that was a mistake from Wheeler. Wasn't quite up enough, but I guess it was because he got the result he was looking for. Although it's kind of surprising he wasn't pitching to the double play. Diaz back up the middle. Diving Trey Turner can't make the stop. Runners on first and second now as Winker advances. Yandy with a 2-out base knock to bring up Tyler Stevenson. And we're looking for something to get to right center, score a run. These guys don't run particularly well. So an extra base hit probably doesn't score too. And none are going to score. Pop fly to center. And that is the end of our half of the second inning. We are getting base runners against Zach Wheeler, which I thought was going to be a challenge. But we just can't get him in. Here's a deep drive to left. Fraley going up. It's over the wall. Another home run by the Phillies. It's 3-0 off the bat of Christian Arroyo. The right-handers are getting to Stroman. I don't even think that was too poorly of a pitch or located pitch. Arroyo just went out and got it. Over the wall, 3-0 Phillies. Early swing, but had enough pop to drive it out. And we'll see what we can do with Matt Chapman. I'll tell you what we're going to do, though, by the way. We're going to get Andrew Abbott moving. And Yanni Chirinos as well. Two of our long relievers. It's not a middle relief spot already, but if Stroman gives up another run or two, this is the postseason, guys. You bring these guys out of the pen for these moments. You don't let the starters get destroyed. You only have so many opportunities, so many chances. You cannot let this get out of hand. And I don't really know if I like the change up here. We're going to try and throw it for a strike. And that is strike three. Chapman can't hold up. Splitter retires him. Much needed out. He's Justin Crawford, who's made his way to the major leagues. I believe the son of Carl Crawford, you guys might remember, with the Rays, with the Red Sox, with the Dodgers. Ball one, or ball two low. He was a first-round pick. I think renowned for his speed, and not a whole lot else at this point. But we don't really want to give him anything that he can slap on the ground for a single. Doesn't seem to matter. Shoots it in the left for a single. And Trey Turner runs so well that I think a double play is going to be tough. They gave us a 3-1 count on him to start. We want that double play, but we got to attack. We got to throw it in the zone. I don't want to throw the same pitch that he homered on earlier. But at the same time, we got to get something on the ground, and the sinker is obviously our best chance of doing that. And we need him to hit it fairly hard on the ground because he runs so well that it's going to be so tough to turn to. But he gets punched in the gut by the umpire. Sinker strikes him out. Much needed from Marcus Stroman. I'm shocked that he took that pitch. 2-2 to Bohm. I like that. Swing and a miss. Violent swing and a miss. Big whiff from Alec Bohm. And we get out of it. Only 3 runs. Not so bad. We just got to figure out how to get on the board ourselves. Maybe Elly De La Cruz can get something going. Did have 20 home runs in the regular season. And I'd love to see one in the postseason. I'd also take a walk. He was really pitched around in game 1 by Sandy. And I think in the subsequent games as well. So guys do not want to pitch to Elly De La Cruz, and that might be why. Deep to left center field. Going back Schwarber off the top of the wall. Elly misses a home run by a foot. We'll take a leadoff double to start the 3rd inning. Elly knows it. He's not surprised. But I'm surprised he didn't get that out. Tried to go Oppo Taco. Schwarber's not a very good left fielder. And that is just off the very, very top of the wall. Elly nearly puts us on the board. But with his combination of speed and aggressiveness on the base paths, along with Tyler O'Neill and some really good hitters coming up on our Renfroe, you'd like to think we can get Elly De La Cruz home. 2-2 again to Tyler O'Neill. Well-located fastball in the outer third on the black there by Zach Wheeler. Got to get Elly over. We need at least 1 run in this inning. 3-2. How crazy is the hit and run in this spot? I wonder. We could try a contact swing. There goes Elly. It's a ground ball. Fielded by Wheeler. Elly to third. I guess O'Neill does the job. I guess he does the job. We're going to take that as a small victory. We stayed out of, any potential. Oh, Elly can't advance because it was hit too hard back at the pitcher. As Fraley takes a strike low at the knees. Fraley's got to get him in. This is what we need. This is why we made sure Elly got to third base. We need contact. Ooh, just getting a piece. Well-located curveball from Zach Wheeler. Debating on a contact swing here. We have to put the ball in play. Elly can score if it's in play. Curveball on the ground at the second baseman. That'll get a run in. Fraley out at first. We'll take it. Curveball up and in on the hands of Jake Fraley. He does enough. Hits it actually 100 off the bat, nearly getting past Christian Arroyo. We will take the run. Playing a little small ball here. Elly nearly homers, though. And then a couple of ground balls get him in. And then Hunter Renfroe could be the reason that this is 3-2 in an instant. Big time power. See if you can get a hold of one. And that is ripped hard at the ground at the shortstop. Trey Turner, 116 off the bat. Right into his glove. Surprised it didn't burn a hole in the leather. Either way, out of the inning. And at 65 pitches deep, facing Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber back-to-back, I am going to make a change. I know it's only 65 pitches, but we're going to play the matchups here. We're going to bring in Andrew Abbott out of the bullpen and see if we can't get these lefties to get out. And we'll also warm up some middle relievers. It's going to be Enrique Magana, I think. And Chirinos will still go as well, with the potential of bringing him into the game at any moment. I know it's early to make a change. Stroman only goes 2 innings. But you know what? At 65 pitches and some not-so-great matchups in the middle of the order for the second time, I'm comfortable making a change. We'll see if Abbott can give us some length here out of the pen. And I don't think we're in too bad of a spot. Just obviously this has to work. We can't bring him on to allow some runs to these lefties. Bryce Harper goes down swinging. Abbott with the K. 1 batter, 1 strikeout. Don't mind it. 3-1 to Schwarber. Having a tough time locating this fastball away. Schwarber was way too late on it. We'll see if we can elevate it a bit more and strike him out. And it's pop up behind home plate. Stevenson throws the mask and makes the play. 2 away. Abbott coming on, doing exactly what we needed. And Miranda's a guy who's going to expand out of the strike zone, so we don't really want to give him anything to hit. Change-up. Abbott gets a change-up away. Maybe off the plate for a strike. We'll take it. 1-2. Back to the changeup. Got a little bit too much plate, but guess what? It was low enough. Got Miranda swinging as Abbott strikes out 2 in a 1-2-3 inning. It's exactly what we needed. Andrew Abbott silencing these Phillies bats. Up the middle. This is going to be a tough play. Turner diving. Keeps it from going deep into center field. But we'll take the single by Matt McLain, leading things off here in the 4th inning. He's got decent speed. We could consider sending him at some point. See what Wheeler wants to do. Obviously worried about the steal. First pitch is a pitch out. 2-1 to Winker, but you're making our job easier at the plate. Still going to consider that steal. We'll see what this 2-1 pitch is going to be. Fastball up, 3-1. Very good hitter's pitch here. I think we are going to try a hit and run. And we are picked off. Oh my goodness. What is happening? We're safe. I hit left trigger, but usually they don't go until the pitch. But he just took off. It did it again. And now I'm out. That's never happened before. Left trigger is just that, like, you preload the steal. But he just went. I'm so confused. All right, that sucks. I don't know how that happens back to back. And Winker now walks. Would have been first and second. We don't know what the pitch would have been, but I think we can say it would have been first and second. I don't know why he just went when you just hit left trigger. That's never happened before. I don't know. It's so strange. I just stole the inning previous with Elly Cruz, and it didn't happen. So I don't really know what to think with that. 3-2 to India. Wheeler at 80 pitches. This is a huge pitch here. Again, should probably be first and second with nobody out. India goes fishing, chases a slider, and that is strike 3. That's just a really well-located pitch. Tried to lay off of it, but it was very well located. And that is a very disappointing inning. I just can't get over the steal. I don't know why he just went. I know someone's going to tell me it's my fault. I guess it must have been right, but that's never happened before, ever. So I don't really know. Real Muto doubles off Abbott. Yeah, I mean, we brought him in to get lefties out. The righties, you know, maybe it's going to be a bit of an issue. That is a leadoff double. 3-2. First base is open. And we're going to put somebody on. The curveball was just not where I wanted it. Ended up just getting way too much of the dirt. As Chapman is way early on the curveball. Changeup. Got him swinging. Huge strikeout. And now a double play ball gets us out of it. We get to face the lefty. Now, Crawford runs really well, as we talked about. But he's, you know, one of the hitters you want to face. He actually swinging on the first pitch. Fly ball to right. Renfroe reels it in. 2 away. And Turner with a deep drive to center field. O'Neal going back. Could be trouble, but it won't be. End of the 4th inning. I just got to put that 3rd inning behind me. I mean, there was just so much... Or 4th inning. There was so much that really frustrated me in that one. But we just got to move on. And keep trying to get to Zach Wheeler. As Stevenson's going to fly out. De La Cruz back up the middle. We'll take a 1-out single for Elly. Again, a lot of speed. I want to steal. I might just have to, I don't know, maybe I'll hold it down and send him manually. I want to do that. Wheeler knows all about it. But it should be you just press it, as I just pressed it, and he should go on his own. He's not just taking off randomly right now. Slide step. Ground ball. Wow, what a diving stop by the third baseman. And Elly obviously went. I don't know why Matt McLain just said, I'm going to steal whenever I want. Or maybe got the worst jump ever and decided to go when Wheeler still had the ball. That is an unbelievable diving stop with the infield in by Matt Chapman. Probably one of the few third basemen in the game that's capable of making a play like that. Anyway, stealing put us out of the double play because I think, honestly, Matt Chapman would have been able to turn that. Elly to second, 2 outs. Base hit probably scores him, though. See what Jake Fraley can do. Hitters count 2-1. He's hit the ball hard both times. Only 1 hit to show for it. And that is a really good sinker. You know, when you throw 100 like Wheeler does, a 93-mile-per-hour sinker away is basically like a power Sandy Alcantara changeup. Base hit. Back up the middle. Elly's getting sent. No play, and an RBI single for Jake Fraley, who's come up and hit the ball pretty well 3 times now. That might have been the worst contact of the 3, but it is base hit number 2. Went back to about the same pitch. I want to say that was a sinker away. This time we were able to sit back on it, drive it back up the middle, and get the base hit. Ground ball. Chapman is second for the out, and that ends our part of the 5th. But Jake Fraley comes up clutch. 2-out RBI single. He is just the clutchest player on the team by a mile. And we absolutely love that. Again, playing small ball. Elly has scored 2 of our runs. And Abbott's given up a nuke. Bohm takes it right back. He got a fastball that hit, he didn't miss it. That's all there is to it. Just didn't miss. You know, sometimes you like to throw a pitch in the strike zone that maybe isn't the best located, but you're just getting something in the zone. You know, letting your defense make a play, but there's no outfielder in the game that can make a play on that. About 10 rows deep. Abbott knew it immediately, and it just got too much in the middle. And it's 4-2 Phillies. The same pitch. Get foul. Get foul. It is by about an inch. That's the same pitch, by the way. Same exact pitch that was just a home run. We need to get it away. And that's going to get past Matt McLean. That's a really bad attempt to try and field that. Pretty terrible. Single by Bryce Harper. And it's a 3-2 to Schwarber. Curveball. Got him swinging. Elly de la Cruz can't make the stop. It gets by him into left field for another single. And it's 3 straight hits against Andrew Abbott. Let's get a little bit of a visit going on. 3 righties in a row. Abbott's at, 50-something pitches. We're going to bring in Yanni Chirinos. Runners on first and second, nobody out. He's got a sinker. Sinker gets us 2 quick outs. Got to get the ball down, though. It's just, with quick counts here, we're getting a lot of, hitter-friendly counts. 2-1, 3-1. And, we screwed up the first throw. I canceled it, then went back to second. He went to first anyway. Having a heck of a time with the controls here in this one. Ground ball at Elly. Past Elly. Past McLean. Oh, my God. It's 5-2. Oh, no. We got the tag is why he didn't throw it to second. We got the tag. So we did get 2 outs. That's why I didn't do it. Okay. So we did get 2 outs, but Chirinos can't get the third. All right. Now we know what happened. I didn't realize the scoreboard changed. My bad. Decent pitch. Runner was going. 3-2, 2 outs, of course. But it is the 3rd out of the inning. Ground ball at India. And the side is retired. They only got 1 run in after the homer. Could have been worse. And the Phillies are pulling Wheeler. It's going to be Connor Brogdon. Hopefully this is somebody we can get to. 2 runs off Wheeler is not awful. We have quite a few at-bats for the rest of this game. Good take from Matt McLean. We have the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th to work with. Need 3. Ooh, good pitch. And we have to limit them. I think we're capable of doing that. 7, 8, 9 of the order is pretty good for us. And we'll see if we can get one of these guys on for the top of the order. Ball low, 3-2, full count to Matt McLean. Winker coming up. Find a way to get on base. This was our disastrous 4th inning where he got essentially picked off. Screaming line drive back up the middle. Brogdon knocks it down. Stays composed and gets the out. That would have been a nice leadoff single. Full count to Jesse Winker. We got to be prepared here. It was a really good pitch, but way to fight it off. And ball 4. Winker works a walk, his 2nd of the game, actually. We love that. And here's my 2nd leadoff. Jonathan India in the 9-hole. He's had some really big hits in this postseason as well. He's been really good down the stretch. Come on. Do something for us. There's ball 2. We're fine with a walk. We would take a walk. Ooh. Changeup just catches a piece of the plate. 3-1 would have been nice. 2-2 I don't really like nearly as much. And that is strike 3. Changeup at the knees. Probably a ground ball double play if we make contact, so I don't really mind the strikeout looking. It's just a beautifully located changeup. Back-to-back changeups at the knees. I mean, what are you going to do? Yandy Diaz deep to right center. This has a chance. Get out of here, ball. It's over the wall. Home run. Yandy Diaz has put us within one. Now the strikeout, I don't mind at all. Yandy Diaz. 2-run shot, and we are only down by a run. Went the other way. Oppo Taco to right center. This is a hitter's park here in Citizens Bank in Philadelphia. The ball flies here. Not too deep dimensions. Yandy Diaz finds that out with a little shot to right center. Don't mind that. Man, that changeup is unbelievable. It really falls off the table. Perfect timing from Stevenson. Just can't elevate the changeup, which is what I was talking about. Proof of concept. Ground ball and the changeup at the knees, even with good timing. But we got back on the board in a big way. Yandy Diaz, 2-run shot. I love it. 3-2. I like that pitch. Ooh. Matt Chapman spoils it. Let's try going up in the zone. Haven't really done that a lot this game. Got the pop-up. Diaz underneath in foul ground. That's out number 1. That's not a strike somehow. Man, our strike zones seem to be different when we're at the plate. That's interesting. I really just want to throw change-ups, splitters. It's a walk. We just can't locate to the 9-hitter, and it's Trey Turner. Again, we need a double play, but it's tough. Runner goes. It's a hit and run as Turner is going to have extra bases. That's frustrating. So they get 1 run back in an instant. And it is 6-4 Phillies. 2 outs as Bohm strikes out. This is probably the last batter for Yonny Chirinos. Could go to Caleb Ferguson here. But I think the splitter is going to be good. If we can't get him with the splitter, as we do, doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what I was going to say. Matt McClain ends the inning. Thank you, Yonny Chirinos. I was going to consider making a move to Caleb Ferguson for lefty-lefty against Kyle Schwarber. But Yonny Chirinos does the job. The splitter against lefties is a good pitch. But, man, that hit and run worked perfectly. As we are up to Elly de la Cruz again. A walk, a double, and a single. He's going for the complete cycle. Triple and a home run away with that walk. Graveman and Soto up in the Philly pen. 2 hard sinker ballers. And, of course, Soto is the lefty. Take that. Like that. 3-1 to Elly. Good count to hit in. But it's another walk. Nobody wants anything to do with Elly de la Cruz. Jorge Lopez into the game now with a walk. Lead off, and he's got to be thinking about Elly de la Cruz. Hard sinker in. 2-1. We're thinking about that steal. There goes Elly. We're taking all the way because that's easy for Elly de la Cruz. Stolen base. And now we got a runner in scoring position. That's a great jump. You can't really get a much better jump than that. At first, even flinch, even anything from Jorge Lopez. Elly takes second. We'll gladly take a strike for that. 2-2. And that is a hanger deep to right. If it's fair, it's gone. It is way fair. I thought that'd be way closer to the foul pole, dude. Tyler O'Neill goes Oppo Taco. The steal doesn't even matter. We are tied in Philadelphia. Another home run the opposite way. That only went 376 feet. With the camera angle, I really thought that was going to get close to the foul pole. It wasn't even close. Obviously, the camera angle didn't do him any favors with the call. All I could see was Tyler O'Neill's animation. And he got it out. Got enough. Just under 100. But it is 6-6 in Philadelphia. What a game. Jake Fraley really gets into one. Deep to left center field. Schwarber going back. At the track. At the wall. Later ball. Jake Fraley with a home run. The Reds go back to back, and Jake Fraley can't get enough. He is our clutch hitter. He is Rake Fraley, and he has gone Oppo Taco. No one wants to pull the baseball tonight. Jake Fraley has given us the lead. What an inning as Jorge Lopez is completely collapsing on the mound. Fraley just rushes it, and the Phillies are forced to make a change. It's not Soto. It's going to be Chris Stratton. 3.26 ERA. And suddenly, this game is changed in a hurry. Hunter Renfroe grounds out for the first out of the inning. Good timing. But just found a fielder. Didn't really hit it too well. McLean strikes out. It's an 80-mile-per-hour slur. First time seeing something that slow, probably the entire game. As again, pretty well located. So 2 quick outs by Stratton. Let's see if we can change that. Jesse Winker. Nope, he strikes out. Another really well-located slurve just in off the plate. But the damage was done. We take the lead 7-6. Couple of home runs. And I couldn't be happier right now. We're going to leave Yonny Chirinos out. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us. And it already has. Schwarber, hard piece of contact. Fraley plays it really well. Holds Schwarber to a single. And we're going to leave Yonny Chirinos out there. That sinker's just not really fooling anybody. Ground ball. Diaz to second one. McLean back on a first. Double play. Exactly what we needed. I spoke ill of Yonny Chirinos too early. Sinker did the job. Pounded into the ground. Diaz with the soft hands at first. Quick turn by McLean. Over the shoulder of Kyle Schwarber. And we'll see if we can't get Real Muto to make an out. It's a good take to make it 3-1. This could be the last batter for Chirinos. See what happens. 3-2. Showing the fastball up. Swung on and missed. Real Muto goes down. I say missed. Swish. He whiffed. We'll take it. Matt Strahm into the game now for Philadelphia. They showed us Soto and somebody else warming up who I don't remember now. A Kendall Graveman. They're not using them. Hanger over the middle. Ripped in a left. But unfortunately, right at Kyle Schwarber for the out. Would have been nice from Jonathan India. And a player I said needed to get going has. Yandy Diaz having a big game today. 2 for 3 with a home run. Not mad about that. Has walked as well. So has been on base 3 times. Now looking for number 4. As he'll take a fastball in. 2-1. Good hitters count. Make a mistake or work to first. Okay. Obviously, like, get on a mistake if the pitcher makes one. 2-2. That is a mistake. Diaz, right at the second baseman, got jammed a bit. Still hit it 100 off the bat. Just similarly to Jake Fraley in the, first or second inning. Hit it hard on the ground right at that second baseman at 100, but just a little bit jammed, I guess. Was it Fraley? I thought it was. Chirinos had 50 pitches. It's the 8th inning. I mean, this is Bruised-Dar. This is Bruised-Dar territory for sure. The thing is, Yonny Chirinos is dealing a little bit. So I'm going to sit down Caleb Ferguson. I'm going to warm up Bruised-Dar. But against the righties, Chirinos is going to start. And we'll see if we can get the results we want. He's pitched well. He's allowed a couple hits, I think, to start innings. But it hasn't seemed to matter. Gets a ground ball. Coming on, tough play, but makes it. Out number 1. 1-2. Sinker down. Going to be a ball. Or a foul ball, excuse me. And that is a strikeout. Chapman gets a changeup up. Splitter. And swings over the top of it. Thought it was the high heat that got him earlier. Good memory. But hurts him here. 3-2 to Justin Crawford. It's a splitter away all day. Well located. Ground ball at McLean. Ranging past second base. Crawford runs well, but he's gunned out at first. And that is the end of the 8th. Finally, it's Kendall Graveman. He's got that hard sinker. That's the one pitch we got to sit on. I'd love some insurance before Alexis Diaz goes out there. Ball 2. Full count to Elly. Make him pay. I want a strike. I don't want to walk here. And that is a slider off the plate. Would have been ball 4. Elly nearly gets a double off of it, but Harper tracks it down. 2 outs, top 9. Jake Fraley is 3 for 4 with a home run, couple of singles. Has hit the ball hard all 4 times, really. And I'd love for him to make it 8-6. Jake Fraley rips it to right center. That's an easy 2-out double. And who knows, if Elly De La Cruz had worked the walk, Elly might have scored on that. I think he definitely could have with 99 speed. Fraley with a 2-out double. Hunter Renfroe 0 for 4 today. And this is not a good matchup for him with that power sinker. That's a pitch over the plate, though. Deep to center. Center fielder camping underneath, though. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Going to be Alexis Diaz time. Got to face some really tough Phillies. Turner, Bohm, Harper. See what we can do. And here he comes. 3.3 ERA. Whip a bit higher than you'd want. Has converted 22 of 26 save opportunities. And is a strikeout artist. See what he can do here. Fly ball. Going to be a tough play for O'Neal. It's going to dunk down for a hit in front of him. Okay, that's a really awful start. Trey Turner with a little dink shot. Reaches. And Alec Bohm, who was homered in this game, is now up. Going to show bunt. And pop it up foul. Probably not going to bunt here. 1-2. That electric fastball is too tough of a pitch to bunt. Fly ball out to Renfroe. Will be the 1st out of the inning. And this is a time where you'd want to bring on Bruzdar for, a sinker. Quick double play to end the game. But it's going to be Alexis Diaz versus Bryce Harper. Pop up. Foul territory. Elly's there. Maybe reaching over. No, it stays in. Nice. 2 outs. And it's going to be Alexis Diaz versus Kyle Schwarber. He's 3 for 4 in this game, but all singles. Usually he's a high home run guy. Not going to be afraid to pitch around him. Don't want to put the winning run on base, but don't want him to end the game with one swing either. It's 3-1. Fastball down. Got him chasing it. He was early, though. He's looking for the heater. Show him the off-speed. Slider. Hit weakly to left. Just foul. To being late on it. Ball count. 2 outs. Fastball up. He takes it. Ball 4. Runners on 1st and 2nd. 2 outs for Jose Miranda. We're going to get a mound visit. And we're going to say, Alexis, go out. Deal with it. End it. Strike 2. He's way too early. Going to that slider. Well located. Check swing. Did not go. We'll do it again. 2 strikes still. Slider. Swung and he missed. Love it. Ski, tell us my first game commentating baseball in a while. Some struggles going on, surely. We'll take it though. Alexis Diaz with a heart attack save from the heart attack closer. That whip is just simply too high. But he does what he needs to do. Allows a couple of base runners, whatever. As long as you get the 3 outs with no runs, we'll take it. It is a tough road win for game number 1, but what a win it was. 3 straight wins for this Reds team. We're getting hot at the right time. And if we can win this one, we could bring this back to Cincinnati and win another playoff series at home. Going to be Griffin Canning against Andrew Painter. And we're going to follow the hot hand. It's going to be Elly De La Cruz player lock for game 2. Facing that same Phillies order. See what we can do. Here we go. Game 2, NLDS. And it's Andrew Painter. He throws gas, by the way. Only 92-97 in MLB The Show franchise. Yeah, we'll see, post Tommy John, but he can get it up there. All right, we are up 1-0 already. I don't mind seeing that 1 hit, 1 run. I would bet that someone is homered for us. That's my bet. And it was Tyler Stevenson. Love it. Hitting 2nd in the order and coming up clutch. Absolutely love it. 2-0 to Elly. 3-0 to Elly. And I know I have said I would do player lock and zone hitting. But we're going to stick in timing for right now. As it's 3-0 and a pitch to hit. I know 3-0, let it go. But green light for this guy. And he rips it foul for strike 1. Was a strike anyway. And he grips it and rips it. That one's going deep to left field, bouncing off the wall. We know Schwarber's not going to field it. And that is a double for Elly De La Cruz. Doesn't want to walk, wants to hit. That's what we love about him. 1 out double for Elly De La Cruz. And we'll see what Tyler O'Neill can do. 2-2. Let's see. Drive us in. There's a ground ball to short. Turner throws, gets the out. 1-2 to Fraley. And it's a strikeout. Fraley sat down. The double doesn't amount to anything. And hopefully Griffin Canning can get some outs. He's been electric this season. Excellent stuff. I love electricity, clearly. He's been good. 114 strikeouts and 149 and 1/3 innings, but that 3.25 ERA is what really stands out. But he's getting shelled. Allows 3 runs, but Elly's got a chance to get them all back. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Top 2 against Andrew Painter. This is the time when you have to come up big. Clearly going to be a high-scoring game. Ensure it. Get a pitch to hit. Foul away. Ball 2. Good take from Elly on that fastball away. Again, we want to hit, but we want a pitch to hit as well. 2-1. 3-1. Come on, Elly. We'll take a walk, though. It's an RBI that ties the game. But this is when we have to uncork it, to be honest. We got to unleash the beast. Elly De La Cruz. Fastball. Driven to left. Diving stop made by Schwarber. Are you kidding me? Watch him play. That's never happened. He's a DH. He lays out. He takes at least 2 away from Elly. And keeps the Reds off the board. We would end up tying it up 3-3. Top 4 now with 1 down. Elly at the plate. Ground ball single past the second baseman. Runners on first and second, 1 down. And it was Tyler O'Neill, by the way, who homered in the second inning. First and second now. And O'Neill strikes out. Man, people love striking out with Elly on base. 5 Ks now for Painter. Has allowed 3 runs. What a great name for a pitcher, by the way. Painter. Painting on the black. Here's 3-0. Can't seem to find the strike zone. And that is ball 4. Jake Fraley draws a 4-pitch walk, and it's bases loaded again. This time Elly's on second and not at the plate. Tunner Renfroe. Gonna put this in play here, 1-1. Do something. Do something with it. We're gonna try and score no matter what it is. But it looks to be a pop-up in the infield, and it is. First baseman catches it, and Painter gets out of another bases-loaded jam. The Phillies have a 5-3 lead. 3-0 to Elly. Jorge Lopez was the one who blew the game for the Phillies in Game 1. They're trusting him out here in Game 2 in a tight one. And we'll see if we can take advantage. Top 6, Elly leading off, and in a really, really good count. And he'll take ball 4 and reach base again. Tyler O'Neill, you got to do something. 2-0. We are going to send Elly here and hopefully make something happen. There he goes. Here's a throw. Not in time. Elly swipes second. Also, ball 3 to Tyler O'Neill. He just runs too well. Real Muto is one of the toughest catchers in the league to run on. Elly's just too fast. Not even that great of a jump. He's just too fast. And we could consider a steal 3-0. No, we're not going to, though. Oh, never mind. We are. Elly swipes third. Okay. Didn't get the good jump there. Doesn't matter. Elly's too fast. Unbelievable wheels from Elly De La Cruz. He's Elly De La Cruzin'. If that's a good throw, he's probably gunned. But it wasn't. And it's 3-2. Elly on third base now. Contact. Elly will score easily. It's a base hit from Tyler O'Neill. Clutch hitting is how we're going to win this game. Get back in it. Only down by 1 now. David Bell loves it. I forgot we could have moments in the field. Totally didn't realize that was a thing. Here's a ground ball at Elly, and that is way better for me. Not the weird whatever throwing mechanic they have. Just let me do that. Easy out. But the Phillies have extended their lead 7-4. And Elly pops out. Yeah, Real Mito's going to handle that. Good timing, slider up and in. Elly just couldn't get good contact on it. And it's going to be a Phillies win. We tried in the 9th, just wasn't enough. Phillies win 7-6, which I think, is that what we did in game 1? We're trading 7-6 victories. Canning gives up 5 earned runs, only strikes out 3. Not what we wanted. Home runs from Turner, Bohm, Schwarber, and Harper. That's, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the order? Unreal. Right now, we're just trading 7-6 wins. 1-1, but we are back in Cincinnati. What should we do for this? I'm feeling player lock again. Elly's moving down to the lineup as we face a lefty. Let's face someone that kills lefties. Middle of the order. Should have some runners on in front of him. Hunter Renfroe against Ranger Suarez. Let's go up in the series 2-1. This is in Cincinnati. I want to say it's now or never. We could afford to lose one. We don't want to. Let's go out and get a win. Daytime playoff game, huh? Or at least starting that way. It might be like late afternoon. Could be like a 4 or 5 o'clock start, which would be early. You get the flyover. Don't really see too many early playoff games, but Phillies Reds, I guess, is getting the non-primetime slot. And hopefully Hunter Green can shut it down. Runner on first here with 2 outs. Going to be Green versus Schwarber. It's a fly ball to right center. Renfroe tracks it down. Nice first inning for Hunter Green. Could have player locked him, to be honest. He is our ace, making a big playoff start. But Hunter Renfroe against Ranger Suarez couldn't turn that down. He goes 1, 2, 3 in the first. Faces Hunter Renfroe, bottom 2. And Renfroe's had a good playoff series, and it just got even better. Deep to left, off the facade of the second deck. Hunter Renfroe, 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 run. Solo shot for Hunter Renfroe, and we'll take the lead in Cincinnati. That's why we wanted this player lock versus the lefty. Elly loves it. Hunter Renfroe loves it. You love it. You like that? He could be the reason we go up in this series 2-1. Absolutely crushed and turned on the left. And now it's 2-0 Cincinnati. Runner on first here with 1 down. Should be Tyler Stevenson on first with that type of speed, as Ranger Suarez will very wisely avoid the zone this time. Starts 0-1. Renfroe a little bit in the hole here. Now, certainly in the hole 0-2. He's not going to see a strike. We've helped him out here on two pitches in a row. There's a good take. He doesn't want to throw in the strike zone. He knows. Now we know your game, Ranger. Now we know your game. 1-2. Looking for home run number 2. Ooh, tough pitch. Good timing from Renfroe. Couldn't drive it the other way, though. Fouled off. Hunter Renfroe's up there fighting, though. Suarez is gradually going more and more into the strike zone. Only a matter of time before he makes a mistake, you'd hope. But it's going to be a ground ball to second. Double play. Ends the 3rd inning. Renfroe can't get it done this time. And he fought. Just didn't do quite enough there. Philly finally on the board, but a great start from Hunter Green. As he's only allowed 1 run in 6 innings. As we got to stop chasing with Renfroe. You know, we're coming up here. We're wanting to hit home runs. That's what he does. Right in the middle of the order. But when we're chasing balls out of the strike zone, you can't really hit those for home runs. You got to wait. Suarez's entire game plan, strategy, is get you to chase outside of the strike zone at pitches that look like they're going to be strikes and then fall out. And it's 3-1. If he wants to walk Hunter Renfroe to face Elly De La Cruz, nobody out, be my guest. Renfroe not going to wait for that to happen. Shoots out to the gap in left center field, and he's going to race for 2. That is cut off and thrown to second, not in time. Double for Hunter Renfroe to lead off the 6th. That's what we needed. Elly De La Cruz with a runner in scoring position. Yeah, I mean, he was only going to be able to get away with this for so long. I think we're going to get to him here. Come on, Elly. Make him pay. Rally towels. All around in Cincinnati. Make something happen. Swung on, hit deep to left field. Not deep enough, and the controls are reversed. Hit it down on the left stick to get back to second, not R1. Because obviously we should have different controls for every different mode that you have. Why keep it consistent? That would be only the smartest thing to do. Here's a 1-1 to Spencer Steer. Hits lefties well, and that's hit fairly well. Deep to left center. That's going to get down over the head of the center fielder. And Renfroe scores easily. Spencer Steer with an RBI double. Yeah, we were perfectly fine on the bases. Steer getting the start against the lefty and making it count. These angles are so bad. I hate it. I hate it. Steer, big hit though. And it's 6-1 Reds. Love it. And strike 3. Felt like we timed up a couple of those pitches and just swung and missed right through them. But our 6-1 lead feels like enough right now. Hunter Green still working into this game. Only 80 pitches into the 8th inning. This one hit fairly deep to right field. Renfroe going back at the track, at the wall, makes the play. 2 down. That one had a little bit of trouble, as it's going to be Lucas Sims on to win it in the 9th. We are up 6-1. And I don't think that one's coming back. Yep. That is a home run to start the 9th inning. And now it's 6-2 Phillies. Get Brewstar up and moving. Get Alexis Diaz up and moving. That is a fastball away. Just at 93. Bohm stays on it. And drives it out to the opposite field. And now it's going to be Bryce Harper. I don't like this. 0-2. And something tells me it's coming our way. I don't know what it could be. There it is. Deep to right field again. Get Lucas Sims out of this game. Renfroe tracks it in for the first out. But get him out of this game. 2 down in the 9th. Runner on first for JT Realmuto. Come on. Smoked. Gonna be another base hit. Runners on first and second now, 2 down. Just show me this game being over. Thank you. Reds win. Too dicey there at the end. The Phillies have too much power. We end up winning 6-2. Hunter Green with the win. 8 innings pitched, only 3 hits and a walk. Allowed 1 earned run, struck out 6. What a game for this Reds team. And a home run for Hunter Renfroe. Kind of kicked things off in the 2nd inning. Love to see that. Stevenson also homered. McClain with a double. Fraley goes 3 for 3. But Hunter Green is your MVP of that game. Huge. And Hunter Green is out. Well, yeah, we're going to bench him. He's not going to pitch the next couple of days. Not going to pitch on 3 days rest. We wouldn't need him for the next series, but we go up 2-1, which I think is pretty huge, I would say. And we could see Scooble's second playoff start, and this would give us the series win. All right. We're going to player lock Tarek Skubal and see if we can't win a playoff series again in Cincinnati and advance to the NLCS. Skubal versus the Phillies. Got a couple of lefties in their lineup, but it's mostly right-handers. So we'll see how he fares. On the verge of advancing, Phillies, Reds, Skubal had a great start in the wild card series. Went 7 2/3 innings, about 5 hits, struck out 8. A couple of big hits in that game. But hopefully he has enough here. Got to not start with a Trey Turner home run. That would be great. Anything but a Trey Turner home run would be all right with me. And you know what? A single could be worse. Trey Turner takes off for second. Here's the throw from Stevenson. Nowhere near in time as Turner slides in with a stolen base. Runner in scoring position now. So we do have to worry about that a bit. Bohm takes strike 2, and we're going for the strikeout. Don't really want him putting it in play, but he does. Turner advances. India throws on a first for the first out. And we are going to need strikeouts, because Trey Turner is pretty much going to score with any contact. And that is ripped down the first base line and foul. And not leave that pitch over the middle. We caught a break there. But Harper's a really tough guy to get out. He just is. Really difficult. Can't make mistakes. Ground ball, scores Turner easily. Harper grounds out, 2 away, but the first run is pushed across. 0-2. Strike Schwarber out. Too much plate. Schwarber pops it up the left. Fraley's there, and we are out of the first. Not the ideal first inning, but at least Turner didn't homer. We tie it up at 1. Love to see it. Let's get a better inning here. Let's go 1-2-3. And I'd love to see a strikeout or 2. Just don't think we're locating well enough to do that right now. What did we do to get all those outs with Tarek Skubal in his first playoff start? I don't know. I think it was a lot of pitching with fastballs up. McClain diving, stop, throw to first, got him. Web gem from Matt McClain at short. That was smoked off the bat of Christian Arroyo. And that is an unbelievable display of range by Matt McClain. Shows off the arm as well. It wasn't even close at first. What a stop. That's just right down the middle. Just having a tough time locating with Tarek Skubal right now. That is not where you want that pitch. That is a fastball, center cut as it gets. And it's going to be a base runner here with 1 out. We're just living too much around the strike zone right now. Get the ball down with the sinker and change our approach. Ground ball to McClain. Double play. I think the key to this game is going to be focusing more on getting the sinker down and throwing a lot of breaking balls. We can't, only do that. But the fastball just is ending up either over the middle of the plate or, well outside for a ball. And, those are 2 dangerous places to live. Either, wild out of the zone and wild in the zone is tough. So, we're going to hopefully settle down and start making some pitches with Skubal, but it's going to have to be a different approach as Real Muto strikes out. Nice pitching from Skubal. Kike Hernandez into the lineup for the Phillies here. Got him in free agency in 2024. Of course, just traded back to the Dodgers in real life. Hits one back up the middle. Doesn't run that well, but beats this out. Infield single for Kike Hernandez with 1 out. Brings up the speedy Trey Turner. This guy's a problem. He's a big problem. You can't even get him to ground out because he's so fast. I don't even know if you can turn 2. And he's elevating sinkers all day. Didn't hit that one that well, though, but I don't know how he's getting these pitches off the ground. These are sinkers just careening down, and he's lifting them. Half check swing put into play by Bohm. India goes over, makes the play, and that ends the top half of the 3rd inning. Skubal pitching well enough. And we just need a bit more offense. Still 1-1. And we've got a very dangerous hitter in Bryce Harper, obviously. Very sure that he won 2018 Home Run Derby champion, not 2015 NL MVP. Nearly won it a couple of years ago as well with the Phillies. He's down 1-2 in the count. Chase that slider. Ooh, he hits it actually really, really well. Deep to left field. Fraley ranging over, makes the play near the track. Tough play. Made it look easy. 1-2 to Schwarber. He's still fighting. Lefty-lefty, we can't let this get away. Lefty-lefty to me should be an out every time with an ace like Skubal. And that is an unbelievable take there from Kyle Schwarber. What about a fastball up and away? Ooh. Punches him out at the top of the zone. Schwarber does not like it. Barking back at the umpire. Second K from Skubal. We'll see if this ended up clipping at all. Looked like it was just high, but it caught enough of the zone. Umpire strikes him out. 1-2 to Arroyo. Skubal. Change up low. I like this 12-6. Want to see a bit more of it. Yeah, I want to see a lot more of it. Arroyo strikes out. Ground ball right at McClain. That should be out number 1 to start the 5th. And it is. Miranda really digging out for that infield single. Couldn't do it, though. As we'll face Randall Grichuk, another guy that really hurts lefties. He's got really good numbers against lefties. Obviously a really talented hitter. Just got traded to the Los Angeles Angels at the trade deadline. Got him in fantasy as well. For now, we'll see what happens. Takes strike 2, sinker in. And this is when we break out that 12-6. It's been money for us. Grichuk not buying it. You think I won't go back to it? Because we will. Strike 3. Grichuk goes down swinging. That 12-6 is doing a lot of the work. 4 strikeouts now for Skubal. At least 3 have come off that curveball. 1-2 to Kike. We're going to go slider here. 12-6 has been money. The slider's not doing a whole lot for us, but Kike can hold up. Umpire said he went. We'll take strikeout number 5. Real old-fashioned pitcher's duel in this one. It's something we have not seen in this series so far. It's been mainly pretty high scoring from both offenses. I know the Phillies were shut down a little bit last game. Ended up rallying a bit in the 9th, but only coming away with 2 total. And here it's just 1-1 in the 6th inning. And we have mainly held Trey Turner in check. I feel like he is the catalyst. And only 1-2. Off Skubal. Going to be a tough play for De La Cruz. It's a great effort, but Turner legs it out. Now he's 2 for 3. Maybe we haven't held him in check. Turner takes off for second. Chooses a great pitch to run on. It's a slider. And once again, in there easily. Only 1 out. Last time he did that, he had a no out. So he was able to score really easily. Ground ball this time doesn't advance him. Easy out. And they're 2 away. Skubal versus Harper. Shut him down. We cannot allow a base hit here. There's strike 1. There's strike 2. That's all that is. That wasn't nearly a double. That was just strike 2. And here's strike 3. Ooh, Harper rolls over, puts it in play. India coming on, makes the play. End of top half of the 6th. Skubal dealing. We need some insurance. We got to take that lead, I should say. Diaz, Stevenson, Elly, De La Cruz. Get us a run. They didn't. Skubal had only 73 pitches going into the 7th inning. Pitch count in wonderful shape. We just need some runs. I'm going to be saying that for a while, it seems, because I'm not sure that they're coming. Schwarber pops up. O'Neill coming on. Will make the play. Yep. Arroyo at McLean. There's a quick out number 2. Pitch count remaining in tremendous shape. Ground ball hit hard at Elly, but it's an easy out. Really quick inning for Tarik Skubal. Just weak contact, and that last one was actually smoked a little bit, but right at Elly De La Cruz will take it. And they're actually going to pull Tarik Skubal in favor of TJ Antone. Why? Why? The pitch count was in such great shape. Why would we go to TJ Antone here? We're going to warm up Bruzdar and Alexis Diaz. And hopefully get a run. Ground ball. Foul. Now, Grichuk is 0 for 5 in his career against TJ Antone. I like those numbers. But at the same time, I like what Skubal was doing. And Antone gets a strikeout. We'll take it. 2-0 to Kike Hernandez. And he might make this 2-1. Deep to center field. O'Neill going back at the wall, leaping, and it's over his head. Why do we bring in TJ Antone, dude? Oh, man. We went to a 2-0 breaking ball, and he crushes it to center field. Unreal. Just maybe caught a little bit too much of the plate, but that's perfect, because 2-0, you're not expecting to be sitting slurve. And we wanted it for a strike, and he just, he crushes it. And that is crushing as the Phillies take the lead, top 8. And their 9-hitter does it no less. Unreal. Strike 3, went to that slurve. Didn't catch any of the plate, though. Turner does all the work for us. Reaches for strike 3. And we'll need to rally. Offense has not been there. They're going to Kendall Graveman. It's going to be Matt McLean, 7, 8, 9 in our order. We need something to happen. That's all I got for you. Matt McLean rips it to left. Get over his head. I mean, Schwarber's like the best outfielder in the game in left. This is unbelievable. In my opinion, by the way, anything that is hit remotely to left field should be a hit. Jesse Winker way out in front, but actually works to his advantage. The shift was really playing him weirdly. And, I mean, look how far over that second baseman was. But with the old rules, you know, they would have been all over that. You know, I actually thought he was a little bit closer towards the first base side. but wasn't. I just, like, the first baseman felt like was playing interestingly. I don't know. The replay kind of made me have second thoughts. We're going to pull Winker, by the way. We're going to pinch run with, I think, Spencer Steer. Get a little bit of speed on first base. There's only one out. It's bottom 8. We got to tie it. We don't really have a guy to go out and get that steal. We just need someone to be able to get to second or third. You know, but it doesn't happen. And now it's going to have to be Yandy Diaz, bottom 8. Something to the gap. Could score Spencer Steer. Could. Not saying it will, but depending on how it's hit, we have a chance. And we wouldn't have had that same chance with Jesse Winker. So we got to come up clutch. Get a hit. Diaz on the ground at third. Easy out. And that is the end of the 8th. On to the 9th. 1 down in the inning. We actually are going to make a change. We're going to go to Bruzdar to get TJ Antone out of there. Could have gone to a lefty to face back-to-back lefties, but I think the sinker baller is going to hopefully do the job. Harper reaches. That's fine because we have the sinker ball. We can hopefully, you know, force a double play with that sinker or that cutter. Double play gets us out of it. Exactly where I want to throw it, to be honest. So they just got to make it a little more appealing. There's strike 2. If he goes up and gets it, good on him. Fastball up. Werber takes it. Changing the eye level. Sinker down. Ground ball at India. India stops it. Can't make the play. Everybody safe. Kept it in the infield. I guess it keeps Harper from maybe getting to third base. But obviously not really the result we wanted. It was hit too weakly, but still somehow everybody's safe. Arroyo up. Still need that double play. Going fastball up. Popped him up. That should be out number 2. Stevenson camped underneath it, makes the play. Double plays off. Just go with whatever pitch it takes to get him out. And sometimes it's going to be the sinker. 2 strikes. Fastball up. Hit to O'Neal. We need this out. O'Neal gets it. And it's last licks. Down by 1. 1 run to tie. 2 to win. And they're going to bring out Andrew Bellotti. That's the guy you want to save the game with. He's got a 27 ERA in the postseason. He'll face 2, 3, 4 in the order. Okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. This is clearly a guy we got to get to. Okay. Been straight sliders this at bat. 1 and 2 to Stevenson. And it's another slider. Front door would have been called strike 3. Stevenson was just able to get a piece. Got to get that base runner. Got to get one on. Fastball at the knees. That's a great pitch. Scary take, but it's ball 2. And that could be a base knock. Yes, it is. Stevenson to right center. Doesn't run quite well enough. Thought about turning for 2. But we did what we needed to do. We got the tying run on for Elly De La Cruz. With the backup catcher, we're going to bring on Austin Hendrick to run for Stevenson. And we just need a base hit. Elly De La Cruz. Tie up this game. Get him over at least. The fastball's tough. Swung on and belted! Deep to right center! Elly De La Cruz sends us to the NLCS! Walk off in Cincinnati! Elly De La Cruz is a hero! We are De La Cruz into the next round. Elly with a walk-off home run. The pinch run doesn't even matter. Electricity. Elly electricity. There's something there. Elly ends it. Mobbed at the plate by his teammates. Cincinnati moves on. Why did they bring on Andrew Bellotti? We will never know. And he just threw a fastball up, not even a bad pitch. Elly knew it right away. Absolutely demolished. No doubt about it. Elly knew. Everyone in the stadium knew. And that is quite a way to punch your ticket to the NLCS. A walk-off homer by Elly de la Cruz. Unbelievable. And it doesn't get easier from here on out. We've won the NLDS, but we have the Braves next as we try to battle through the NL East. Miami to Philadelphia, and then at Atlanta. Another first to 3 wins goes to the World Series. And these were some really tough wins, but you know what? We got it done. Beat the Phillies 3-1. But this next one's going to be tough. We do get home field advantage, though. I like that. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.